guys, this is the first time in like 7 years I'm wearing heels on this channel, so wish me luck. I can barely walk in them. But in this video I'm going to teach you 4 simple moves that are good for people like me who don't wear heels but yet want to look sexy out there. And I've tested those moves on my students, so they help. With this first move, we're just going to test the waters. We'll see what we can do if we're stable enough. So something easy and in place. I love this one to start with. You're just going to have feet slightly apart, going to basically stay in place and just test the waters. Like I said, very simple, but we're going to bring one knee forward, keeping the other leg straight, pop the hip up. Then you're going to switch. And then on the last one, you'll do it 2 times without switching the leg. So you're going single, single, double, and then we're going to switch. Nice and easy. Oh, and later on in this video, I will show you how to make those moves look incredible. We're going to start, doesn't matter which knee, you're going forward, forward, and then switch 2 times. Again, single, single, double, double, single, single, double, double. You see, this one is not scary. I'm kind of saying it to myself, like you'll be okay in heels for the next 5 to 10 minutes. Single, single, double. Last one, single, single, double. You want to be able to pop the hip, right? So this is the reason why we have to keep one leg straight, so that when we bend one knee, the hip over the straight leg, it just goes up. It pushes to the side, and then you have to do that every single time. If we keep both knees, for example, bent, and we just kind of work here, the hips are not that visible. So we really want to feel that stretch. This one, we're going to be even more stable. The feet are more open. You're going to have the knees bent the entire time. And let me first show you the hips, because this one is a little bit more complex. You're going to lift the hip, and then as you shift weight onto one leg, you're going to bring the hip slowly down. This is not comfortable because we're having the weight on one leg, but then let's shift the other way. You're going to start shifting weight, hip goes up, drop. So we have this up and over kind of action. It's almost like the infinity sign right here in front of us. And this is what we're drawing with the hips. Let's try again. Knees bent. We go up, bring the hip in, up, bring it in. And notice my body is shifting from one leg to the other. So it makes it for this smooth, slow motion. Once we have the lower body, let's add the arms. This one has specific arms. So the first 2 movements, we're just going to give a little scoop out to the side, just 2 times. And then we're going to bring the arms slowly up. Let's connect it with the hips. You're going to start with the knees bent. First motion, bring the arm in, bring the arm in, keep the hips the same, bring the arms up slowly. So you're going 1, 2, slow 1, 2. Again, 1, 2, 1, 2. Don't stop the hips. It will take a little bit of coordination, this one. The reason we want to have the knees bent is because we have to unlock the hips. If we attempt to do this motion with straight legs, the hip is not going anywhere. Like you won't be able to control it. So get low, feel the quads. It's a little workout, and let's swing the hips. Only once you have the lower body motion, only then at the arms. Again, we have out, out, up, up. Next movement that I like to do in heels is a hip roll, because again, we have this sturdy little base, we're not falling. We're going to do a different version. I've never taught this one before. We're going to rotate the hips in one direction twice, and then you're going to switch and go the other way. 2 circles one way, then we're switching. Keeping the knees bent the entire time, because again, we want to be able to control the hips. If the legs are straight, the roll will look like that. That's not what we're after. I'll show you a little bit of a simpler version and then more advanced one as well. But let's start with the knees bent. Again, 2 rolls. You rotate to the, let's say, left 2 times, switch, right 2 times, and you can repeat it. Switch and roll, switch and roll. If you want to stay in place, that's perfect. If you want to make it a little bit more difficult, you can shift weight with that motion. So if I'm rotating to the left, I'm going to put my weight on the left leg. If I'm rotating to the right, then I'm putting the weight on the right leg. It looks like this. 1, 2, switch, 1, 2. And because in this one we have a lot going on, we don't need anything with the arms, so maybe keep them loosely bent by your side and focus on the rotation and focus on shifting the weight. Again, this version is a little bit harder. If the arms are uncomfortable here, you can always hide them, bring them back, and then the focus will be on the roll. And I'm going to show you in a second how to make it look even better. And our move number 4, this time we're going to move the feet a little bit. I want you to take a small step out, like a little diagonal step, while the knees are bent, and then we're going to isolate the pelvis on top of it. So every single time the foot steps forward, you're going to push the pelvis back. Okay, so we're going back, you arch, back, back, and back. We'll do it 4 times. Doesn't matter which foot starts, just again, keep it low. As you step, push the booty back, reset, back, reset, back, and back. And then you can take a break because this one is tiring. Make sure the steps are small because the bigger the step, the harder it will be to move the hips, to move the pelvis. The steps don't have to be huge, especially that we're wearing heels. We don't want to be reaching, right? That's not gonna work. So again, the isolation that we want is this. Bring the pelvis forward when you reset, and then we're going to bring it back when we move the foot. So it looks like that. Back, back. It doesn't have to be a huge movement, guys. Both with the feet and with the pelvis. Keep it tiny. And a few tips to help you guys make those movements look their best. First of all, pay attention to what you're doing with the arms. Any arm movement can break or make the movement that you're doing, and that includes the hip. So if you're doing something weird with the hands, or if the arms are tense, you're adding tension to them, it will spoil the look of anything that you're doing with the lower body, with the hips. We don't want to have broken wrists when we're doing any of those steps. Do not hold hands. I see that a lot. A lot of beginners kind of are very timid with the arms. You want to be moving the arms in a decisive way because this will help the lower body motions look best. Tip number 2, you want to practice with slow songs first, or even practice without the music first. Don't try to attempt to dance to your favorite songs right away, because what might happen is you might be forgetting how to do the movement correctly. You just kind of would do a slappy version that doesn't look so great, and we want the form to be there first of all. So we want the movements to be clean, we want the movements to look right, look correct, before we start to match them to the songs that we love. And that applies especially to hip moves, and especially to hip moves that you're doing while wearing heels. And tip number 3, you want to always mix it up. So don't repeat each movement for too long before you switch to the next one. They always look best when repeated like 2-3 times, and then you always are doing something new. It will look more interesting. You won't feel bored doing the movements that you're doing, and it's also more fun to watch. If you're not confident dancing in social settings and you would like to be able to enjoy any party that you go to, I prepared the free training for you. You'll find the link below. It's a 45-minute webinar where I'm going to teach you what is needed for you to actually enjoy dancing, what skills you need, how to get them, how to be that person on the dance floor who look like they're having fun. And if you want to work closely with me inside my online program, Confidence Through Dance, I will post a link below as well, where you can book a free consultation with me. Let's see how I can help you inside the program, and this way you can have an amazing transformation of your own. I'm very excited for you. And let me know if you want me to film more videos in heels. I mean, I'm not a heel wearing person, but if those tutorials are helpful, I will do it. So let me know in the comments. I will see you in my next video. Bye.